Hello friends, welcome or welcome back to another episode of Late Nights with Stationery Dumpling, where apparently whenever I buy a new platinum pen, I cannot sleep and it's way too late in the evening. But can't sleep, so I might as well film this video, right? This is a pen that I did not expect to be getting so soon. I wouldn't say it's a grail pen for me, but it has been a wishlist pen since at least 2023. The cat is really mad that I'm awake right now, but let's see. I did receive this from Amazon Japan, but it's the Japanese, not the .jp website, it's the one where you do it through the US website, but it's like sold by Amazon Japan. If you hear rustling in the background, that's the cat trying to mess with things to get me to bed. I feel really bad, actually. But this is a pen that I remember seeing in Japan in person, and I just knew I'd had to have it one day. The price came out as a really good price on Amazon, and I had a really rough day, so I went and hit purchase. It was one of those moments where you ever get really mad and you're like, if that one pen goes on sale, I'm buying it today. Well, that's what happened with this one. Sorry, I'm not purposely prolonging this. It's stuck. Ta-da! This is the beautiful Platinum 3776. I guess it's not a Century. It's just the celluloid version of their pens. And these actually are smaller than your normal 3776s, which I have right here. And you might have known that from watching my other video where I bought this one. I think I'm pretty much done on the celluloid pens. I don't know, the jade one and the tortoise one, or is the calico one? I get those mixed up. Those are really tempting. But as far as I know, if I wasn't able to get any more, I'd be happy with these. This one actually surprises me because it's smooth. I don't know about you guys, but every time I saw a video or wow, it's beautiful. A video or a photo of this, I always thought it was like a snakeskin texture. I don't know why I thought that, but look at it. It's beautiful. It's very smooth. There's no raised textures at all, but there's little like specks of sparkle in there that just shine whenever it hits the light. And it's not as translucent as some people's cameras make it out to be, but it's also not the darkest. I think to me it's a pretty fair pastel pink, but there are many lines of white and these random sparkles throughout that make it different. Anyways, let's ink this up. If you want to find like comparisons about the celluloid pen versus the regular one or versus any other pens in potentially your collection, I did make that video for the Platinum Koi, so you can go and check that out over there in the cards. But this one is the cherry blossom one, at least, yeah, I think that's what it's called, Sakura. So I bought this one in a bold nib because I don't have a bold nib from Platinum, and I really wanted one because the medium actually feels a little too fine for me. I just got distracted because I just realized you can see this black piece, so I guess that's where the joint is between this end and the cap is, and I don't like it when you can really see things through it, but it's fine. I think there's a converter in here too because I can see something in the body. Oh, but if you hold it up to the light, you could probably see your ink levels. That's kind of cool. The clip is your regular platinum clip, which is gold. This would actually look really beautiful if it had silver trim. But anyways, I will link it down below because I know unfortunately in the US, the retailers, because I've been tracking this pen for years and I never felt like I was able to afford it. And on the US, after the 40% increase in the early 2026, this pen is $600 now. And I got this from Amazon Japan for around $250. You have to watch it because the price fluctuates, but even in the $300 range, which is what I'm seeing it at today, I think that's a lot better deal than the $600. Like, to me, that's just it's not worth the pen anymore, you know? So I'll try to link it. I will definitely link it down below for you guys to keep an eye on. Comes with its own ink cartridge, and underneath we have the celluloid warning where they talk about celluloid being a natural material composed mostly of raw cotton. It's created from nitrocellulose, camphor, ethyl alcohol, plus dyes and other agents. I just turned around and the cat's staring right at me. I feel really bad. Let's hurry up. It's highly flammable, etc. So just be mindful that celluloid is a different material. Here's a warranty card. However, I'm not sure if you buy it through Amazon, if you actually do get a warranty. I think you don't. And then, oh, well, this one says number 3776 Century, but there was a comment in my YouTube section that told me it's not a Century. Oh, this is interesting. These ones are 3776 Century. This one is just 3776. But this one looks a lot like the celluloid one. However, there is no inner cap seal. You know that like slip and seal mechanism that the regular platinum has? Like there's a spring inside and you can kind of feel it. You don't push it like the Esterbrook Estes because that one actually has a rough spring. This one has a gentle spring inside of the cap right there and an inner cap that's supposed to seal it for up to like 2 years so your pen doesn't really dry out. This one I know for a fact that it dries out because I had a heavy sheening ink in it, Diamine Chaos from 2025's Inkvent calendar, and every single time I opened the pen it was dry and I had to like get it to start. It was hard starting and that tells me that the seal is not very good. So there is an inner cap, but it's not the high fancy technology one. Anyways, there's too much going on. Let's move some of this out of the way for you guys. Here is our pen. And at first I didn't like the length of the pen because it's so tiny, but it doesn't bother me after a while, so it's not bad. I was confused about how I felt about it in my last video. Now it's not bad. So as a close-up of the nib, it's very beautiful. It says number 3776. There is a P and then a 14K and a B and a 585 to show you the gold content in the nib. We have our heart-shaped breather hole and this zigzag line is actually the peak of Mount Fuji. That's what it's supposed to represent. And 3776, if you didn't already know, is the height of Mount Fuji, right? Yeah. I always question myself when I give that fact, but I'm pretty sure that's it. This nib so far looks very, very nice and well aligned, so I really hope it's all good. The one thing I noticed about these pens is that they have this white part, whereas, and this metal ring here, and your other one doesn't have that. See, this one is black. Do you see? Once, oh my god, Siri was listening. That was creepy. Okay, so it's white and then that one's black and there is no metal ring here, but there is one here. And then if you unravel this, ooh, we get our piston. I like that they include a converter because when you buy Sailors from Amazon Japan, they don't include a converter, but Platinums usually come with one, so that's nice. But one thing I noticed here too is that this one's inked. This one, it's not a twist, but I tend to twist just because I feel like it's gentler on my pens. So for your normal, I'll call it normal, but you guys get the idea. This is normal to me. This one's celluloid. The feed channel does not extend past this metal section, whereas on the celluloid ones, it does. Look at that. There's this little piece that comes out of the end. And look at that. Isn't that funny? It's also shorter. You can see it's shorter and smaller. And this piece, you can see. Look at that. Isn't that interesting how they designed that? I feel this is better, probably because it came afterwards. Anyways, let's pick out an ink to ink this up, and then we'll try to go to bed because the cat is very, very upset. And we cannot keep our fur babies frustrated and upset, right? Well, I should probably clean this, but I don't have water. I'll have to pause and come back. Here is our little cup of water. Oh, and I did notice, I apologize to whoever had commented and I said I was confused about the platinum being a century or not. You can look at the band. So the band on this one, it has, let me get a good angle, number 3776, swirls, platinum, swirl, 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 Japan. It's like a squiggle line. Whereas down here, we've got platinum made in Japan, number 3776 century. So that clears it up. This is a century, this one is not. Here is my little pot of water. And what I like to do, there was some lint in there. Oh my gosh. What I like to do is just suck up some water and their pistons are very smooth. Platinum converters are so what's the word? They're not annoying. Some converters, even sailors, I think converters are kind of annoying because sometimes you unscrew too much. So anyways, dab this off and put this to the side to dry a little. And then while I do that, I always like to tell you guys that this is what I'm using today. This is my Dear Emmy leather cover. Inside we have my stack of stickers from my Etsy shop. So we're obviously going to use the new Pen Day stickers, and you can find those at Two Sad Dumplings Co. We have this notebook, which is my log for all the pens that have inked. And then this is a Logical Prime A5 notebook. It's not doing so well because it just doesn't work well in one of these covers. So I'm hoping to just get through this notebook. Let's open it up to a new page. And as always, I link everything down below. Let's decorate with some washi today. I have this beautiful pink star Sakura type washi. And we have a weird stain here, so I'm gonna cover that up with the new Pen Day. Now, the ink we are going to use to test the pen, I think is not going to be the ink that I'm going to use in the pen. I like to test my pens with Pilot Iroshizuku ink. I got this cute little set from Amazon a couple years ago, but I don't think it's on the website anymore. I know Endlesspens sells the small bottles of these. So you can use my discount code for Endless, it's Dumpling, and I will just leave that stuff down below. You guys know. You know how it goes. Alright, let us screw this one in. I'm very excited because I don't have a broad nib, like I was saying. So this is Pilot Iroshizuku Ana Ikata, and we're just actually going to, you know what, we're gonna skip the swatches today, and I hope that's okay with you guys because I did swatch this ink in depth. I used it pretty thoroughly. I don't know the right word. I used it during the Kino Stationery Cherishment Pen video, and I did that a few days ago. I don't know when this video will come out, but that's not the point. The point is we don't have time to swatch inks right now. Let's just go with this. Today's date is May something. I don't know if you guys will see this video until like August because I'm just way behind. So this is, oh, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan, you guys. Platinum. Oh my gosh. This is the perfect nib size for me. All this time I've been buying mediums. I have an extra fine. Do I own a fine? I don't think so. I have a coarse nib. This one is perfect. The coarse was always too coarse, but oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is perfect. This is how my writing is. Like, this is the right size for me. Let's do the downstrokes, the upstrokes, the left to right, the right to left, and then the S's and reverse, and the quick. I love it. There is a lot more feedback than some other pens, like say Pilot or anything like that, but you don't hear the audible feedback like you do from a Sailor. The quick brown fox jumps. We'll just leave it at that. Let's do it in some kind of cursive. That was not cursive at all. Quick brown fox. Sorry guys, I am not doing cursive. I'm doing a mix of flourishing. That's not helpful. But no, this is perfect. This is a broad nib. Perfection. So if you're anything like me, I enjoy the medium for Pilot Gold nibs. I enjoy the broad for Sailors. And apparently I enjoy the broad for Platinum. Let me just show you the difference between the broad 14 karat nib versus the coarse nib. Oh no, it's dry. What? Isn't the whole point of the fancy slip and seal mechanism so that it doesn't dry out? Okay, that's not helpful. Let's do this. Coarse. Whoa. 14 karat nib. There's a really wet ink in here, and then pale inks I feel like are less wet, but you can kind of see the difference, hopefully. Maybe I should move you closer. So it's just a smidge bigger, you know? And then this one just takes up too much space, especially in like a Hobonichi grid. So I'm happy with this broad because I swear the mediums are just a tad too fine. This feels so nice. I am going to switch to the ink though because I think this one is too light. And normally I don't like using pink inks just because I don't like writing with pink. And I am going to make an exception this time. Recently got this pink ink from Dominant Industry. It's called Cherishment. It came with the Kino stationery pen, and I didn't ink it with that. I did not ink that pen with this ink. However, I haven't stopped thinking about it. So let's show you guys the swatch. This is the swatch, Dominant Industry. So that's very pretty, right? It's like a nice natural rose color, I think. Hope. So we'll just clean this nib off and ink this up, do a writing sample, and call it a night. I'm definitely in my pink pen era, and I feel like I've been accumulating them at a rapid rate. And it also feels like a lot of people are releasing pink pens this year. So I personally am ready to embrace that and happy to enjoy all of the pink. Now, the reason I don't use pink ink is a different story, and I don't really feel like explaining it right now. It's a silly reason though. Oh, is this one of the ones where it will stain whatever pens are meant to be used? Wow, that was so quick. Look how nice that fill up was. Just a few twists, nothing in your way. Like pilots are finicky. Sailors don't pull ink like that either. Platinum wins the converter game, you know? There's just something so smooth and reliable about this. I keep coming back to the Japanese big three. That's what I call them in my head, because they don't usually, I can't say they never do because I have some that don't work that well, but usually they make me happy and they don't fail me. So, and would you look at that? It's failing me. I need to prime the feed. Okay, there we go. Look, it's gorgeous. Hello. New pen day. Platinum. So there is a difference between holding it this way and holding it this way. You do get a little bit of a thinner line holding it this way. Platinum 3776, not a Century. This is the Cherry Blossom in a broad. Yay, very happy. I'm very happy. I really needed this. I will definitely be enjoying writing with this because this bold nib, broad nib. Sometimes I overthink it and I forget what it's called. I think it's broad. Yes, perfect. Because this is the size that I write, I think, you know? This is the nib that fits my handwriting the best. And it's great. I love it. I love it. Let me know if you want me to do like nib comparisons and whatnot. I can do a future video because I have almost everything except for a fine. And yeah, that's all. Hopefully this was a shorter video and you guys, you know, don't have to sit through 50 minutes of me rambling about stuff or making ink spills. Although I know some of you guys are entertained by those. Thank you so much for being here. I need to go to bed. Let me know if you have this pen or what you think about it. And I hope you're able to grab one if you want one. I hope you're able to grab one at a price that you can afford. And that is all for now. If you're interested in more fountain pen videos, I can leave that playlist right here for you guys. Until then, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Talk to you soon. Good night. Bye.